Good day, everyone. In the last episode, I promised part 2, still on the case of Kabiru Bala Okwo. We are not done yet until we are able to puncture all the balloons of fallacies inflated at the government house by the power mongers in Lokoja, and then the laxities of the security agencies, the Nigeria Police, the Navy Command, and the other security agencies in the state. There are always two sides of the coin, just like the case of 6 and 9. If you watch from one direction, what you see is 6. If you see from the other direction, what you see is 9. There are two categories of people following up this story. To one category, they believe I am currying, I am spicing up the story just to paint Kabiru Bala a saint. No, far from it. Kabiru isn't a saint, just like no one is perfect. All I need to say here is that to those category of people, you are on your own, you are entitled to your opinion, you are entitled to your personal judgment. And then to the other category of people who believe that we are doing this analysis to gear up towards exposing the atrocities, to this category of people, I can say you are not far from the truth. Now, the most important thing is that let the truth be told, irrespective of whoever asks is God. Now, before we continue, take a look at the report, the media briefing by the Commissioner of Police on the 22nd of June 2023. Listen to him.
Suspect Kabiru Bala, described as a notorious criminal, was granted a pardon in 2018 by the Kogi State government through the prerogative of mercy. However, the police says that he remained unrepentant and continued terrorizing the area in Lokoja. Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
All right. So, burdening these allegations about his atrocities and crimes he committed, my curiosity was driven deep into making inquiries into these atrocities. And most of the responses I got were all abstract. No single person was able to come out to tell me that one of his persons or he was responsible for the killing of anybody, and whether that these alleged crimes, if they were reported to the police, and why the police refused to do the needful. There were no empirical evidences to actually buttress all these allegations, and so there arose a sharp contrast, a very, very sharp contrast. The same people he was allegedly terrorizing, the same people were everywhere honoring him, appreciating him. The reception was fantastic, the love was so massive, and the ovation was so thunderous. So, between the two, just watch this and let's see what will be our verdict.
Adu kibacha dwe mamdu no jolo emgo. Imgo. Ibe wangwaza. Seje gwaza. Ego no bagwada. Begwa makinoko. Tula. Saka bugu jukada. Ono julo bi se uma oto uma oyin obo na chi.
Ọjọ́ kí mọ́ láyé ẹ̀dì. Ọjọ́ kí mọ́ láyé ẹ̀dì.
O ṣe bí fi tí ó.
ala la di meji etai ake undu kikere bone ma kere bola again gbidi asia we why iwa vun yawa inamuma ya nerubida yawa awa eni okekele Alhaji Ibrahim Idris omaye okekele on the last born marina yenemu ya ho we ge e malu ki igbe Ìbàdàn iwa pe ne ki party un di deputy governor ticket ni won ti Pastor Felix Oni yep. Muhammadu Mula na ene ki boy volayo iyola Muhammadu Mula na gumedo oyo po shoge sha onu shoyo asamo na le ile ahuse ije anubi ki ayuse ramataun iuse ye ramataun teru inashene na chunyinwe Okwo ai use yele ene ki ayuseru ijuse ugboki yuse Abuja hele domo abila habia domo amakpa atanwa amanatani yi amakpa abuda tenwe amanatani yi Tara ome me o akwana ya do mi aje bo akuri me sa me kwana ome jo apelo amoko ameme ko bi fi ko wa me o me wa o me ade you fi ba me gala aguma mer ma ego ma medu menu we se yun ma medu ye yutane yo enwe akashashi atin ka do na egwu kara bi won gbe se ku ma oyiji owelen aja gban ma oyiji ti je na ani fi adu nu bi emu iruke ka ko yilele ki happen aname me mudu me yos mudu no o me chuko me chinyo yo ya anyo ame
So, I kept asking rhetorically if he was that notorious criminal, was he on the run at large for the past 3 years since 2018 when he was granted pardon by the governor? Well, the question here, the answer is not far-fetched. Kabiru Bala was everywhere. Do you remember the APC presidential primary held in 2022? Among the 67 delegates that participated in the primary from Kogi State, Kabiru Bala was one of them. In the build-up to the presidential election, Kabiru Bala was also appointed as coordinator of a local government Tinubu Shetima campaign organization, and he worked fantastically for them. He was the architect of some of the victories recorded by APC in Kogi East. He was everywhere during the campaign. Take a look at this. Take a look at this and say it by yourself.
Okay, thank you, sir. Enike Jawama MPC Oduwe Odumiki Muri Ajaka. Wow, that's very nice. Sir, Enike Jawama MPC Ibewe kene payi okola kene ke kai aboja oji ona ijabe yiki ma che oyo lo na ki awaya yi
to kuna aka ma gbado wa ona iyabe ma chi ona ichuja maki bo trambe ke jento oluda no mi alon ineleju umbe ku owodele o ma do bi wa
ni bi kichugbo ko wode won ka ni ma vote ya yi
enku chikate ma vote bo ko wode
yes sir
abo agala pa mi aji enwon achida mape
kado mo maro ko mu papa yalo ene gba ko oyonge na lo yaro kola me depo mi ku kola ku oyele o ka ku ni ku kola ku na ne de bo pan enwon ase de bo ku na de se gba ku ma kini ki yabe ka ke oyun ku owe wa mi ida federal constituency ku holi ka kini anere yun se awuje David je esosho je aṣọ́ayú iye kini egba kuma kini kuma fi yabe do wene otogba kuma do ke Ahmed Bola Tinubu ki fofe oye ka kuna ne de bona kola o se ne de boyo a kashigawa agba oloyile.
So, why has it been difficult for them to get him arrested all this period, throughout the campaign period, and all the period he was working for them, until he fell apart with the stronghold, the power holders in the government house, Lokoja? That's only when they feel he's a notorious criminal and must be tracked and neutralized in the process. You see, it's all obvious that the security agents are all kowtowing to whims and caprices of autocracy and then feeding the masses with fallacies. I advise you don't belong to bandwagon critics. Yeke Madlin Alwaki Batamaka. Because there is no evidence to defend all these allegations, and they are obviously keg of lies. Well, in the next episode we shall find out, because according to the Commissioner of Police, he claimed Kabiru Bala, on citing the Joint Task Force, opened fire on them, and in the process there was gun duel and he was neutralized and most of his gang members escaped with injuries and all of that. Just watch out in the next episode, part 3, probably the final part.